Drop is in the cards, and Alem playing by that reading door has an advantage here. He looks the other way, and it's an easy kill for Always to start this off. He'll immediately repel on upwards. Bride refrags with Joystick trying to keep his team intact. He's not going to be able to trade off, and through the wall, the Clash takes some damage, but no, it's actually none other than Rafal to push on up and stop him with the shield and then pull out the sidearm. Trading back and forth as Empire cannot hit their shot. BDS is bullying them, and they'll take the first round. An easy collapse for BDS to secure the rest of that kill. As Empire now inch their way towards the bomb site, they are at the mercy of the clock, as now they've equaled things out with the Lems going down. Dan a big two-piece, and can he get some more? Bride will try to hold it steady for his team. He does just that, out-dueling Shepard. Down goes Shaiko, and Dan is now the one to do it here as he walks on in. They hear the Banshee, but they don't know that Bride is still there. He tries for a rodeo, can't do it, and now slowed down. They'll need to pick up that diffuser. Dan bleeding out, and oh my goodness, Rafal cleans up. And BDS takes round number 2.
A lot like the first 2 rounds already.
Absolutely. A sluggish start for Empire, where BDS is the team that has, so far through this tournament, had some issues finding their footing, but Shepard is in. Okay. They're trying to flame him off, but instead the default plant spot is going on to Scyther. Shepard taking tons of damage, but it goes down all the same. BDS finds the scoreboard, as does Empire. Scyther on the flank manages to take out Bride. No retake for the smoke. Renshura will take up top. He still has 8 of those Molotovs in the Shamika launcher, but he'll be in a battle to the death. He's going to stand off. Dan is directly to his left. Look at all that caliber-based destruction. And he'll play around, easily dueling Dan, but Always is up there. Still in that spot, unshaken. Rafal with no yokai drones available at the moment. A grenade will go out, pushing him from his position. He'll try for the retake, but Empire looking quite keen, and only 3 seconds left. Rafal knows that he's doomed, whether he gets to it or not. Always says, not this time. Empire pick up their very first round of the noise. He knows that they'll be back online relatively soon. Pixel angle played out. His Joystick knows that they have one in a tough position. That's Shaiko, who now falls off, but he's caught by Always. 7th kill for the newest member of Empire. Down will go Bride as well, and Empire looking far more formidable. The Clash toying with them, but every single member of BDS is falling, and with the exception of the Clash, it could be a flawless, and it will be. Empire equalized. They had a slow start here on BDS's Cafe, but they're all tied up. Those Rotero drones are. The way that Empire's been using them has been on the floor to create lines of sight from down below, and this might be a done round already. BDS capitalizing off of it, all right, and that's a flawless of their own control. A retake came in from Renshura last time around, but you're absolutely correct. Only 30 seconds to go, and Shaiko still above. Nobody knew he was up there. Now Always will perish. Another for Shaiko as he drops. The Frenchman is unstoppable, rotating through Fireplace. Finally shut down as Empire puts it into a 3v3, but the clock working against them. Down goes one more, inside of the site. Diffuser needs to be planted by Shepard. Yokai picked away at Dan, doing great cleanup work. Bride is miles away from this diffuser getting down. They're halfway through for Shepard, and Bride has a nitro cell lined up perfectly, but it gets the wrong target. It takes out Dan as Shepard survives, and Bride watches the doorway. A grenade will go in to stop his advance. He'll have to wait for it to detonate, and the clock will continue to work against him. Looking towards Freezer, he doesn't see the diffuser, but he knows it's in the default spot. He pops up, the Dokkaebi is there. Oh no. Shotgun out, he's at close range, but no, Scyther won't let him jiggle peek the doorway. The first half in the books, and both teams emerge with the same score line of 3 rounds apiece.
Compared to Empires, they've got about 15, 20 more seconds than Empire had at the same position.
ADS gets eaten out, and a toxic cloud will erupt in front of Shaiko's eyes. He has no path on in. Joystick falls to Renshura. Leadoff kill goes in favor of BDS. Both of these teams relatively evenly matched with 30 seconds to go. Another EE1D burn to try and keep them at bay. Beautiful shot from Shaiko. Those are just so easy for him. Down goes Dan, and the diffuser being planted by Bride in the middle of the site. A yokai will look to go in. Shepard stops Bride. Shaiko slaps down Always, and he'll continue to march forward as it's Scyther in a 1v4. That yokai drone could potentially do good work. They know exactly where he is, and Rafal will punish him for it with that information, giving BDS the lead. They'll go through the rocket ship all the way in to take control of Cigar, and then Piano as well. Over by Ticket. Half of the round has gone by. You wouldn't think that from the pace that these two teams have set. Out by the window, this is going to be a double run out, and there they go. They managed to cut down Rashiro, and then Rafal will fall, but traded off. So the gamble from Empire works out briefly before being answered back.
Hell's on to heaven. This is very dangerous. He's being challenged by 2 different angles, and he's going to go down. Now it's just Bride. 1 versus 3. He's got a lot of time to work with, but not a lot of power.
On defense, there's nobody I want more in a clutch situation than Brede. But on attack, with mirror windows still up and all day play, not a ton of utility. I don't know how I feel about that one, and Empire obviously feels good about it as they take that round after bleeding BDS dry earlier on. You can taste it. It's Brede to be the one to get that diffuser down. They know that Shaiko's position is still there, and always with the Roni, guns down Renshiro. He'll rotate, get closer to the site, and now he can head over to reading. We don't know exactly where that diffuser is going to be delivered to. Shaiko sure is distracting them, but so is Brede. He's got the case. He'll need to deliver it on in. He's also going to deliver some pain to always in the same process. Grenade tossed out with 30 seconds remaining for Shaiko, taking out the doorway to reading, giving them safe passage. Shaiko doesn't want to go in that direction, though. Instead, he'll cross back over to 90. Grenade in hand. He thinks somebody's back over by White Stairs. It'll go, but there's no target there. In fact, the last two members from Empire are both in a similar spot inside of reading. They're prepared and ready. Down goes Joystick, and BDS look all but certain to regain the lead, depending on what Scyther can do with this one. Brede getting the diffuser down. Does he have any intel? Yes, he does, but so does Shaiko, who was phenomenal that round, and BDS etches yet another in the win by Shaiko as he has to head back upstairs. Dan was lurking down below. He's made his way back to the second floor and will gun them down as best as he can, but he's got an avenue to now take up top, wary of a potential Claymore, but it doesn't look like there's any flank watch. The teams will trade back and forth as Dan has the attention of one. Brede going for the defuse, but he has to peel off for a second. Finished off by Scyther, but Brede takes out Shepard, and Scyther's still in there. He's going to make them all pay. 3 seconds left and miles away from the diffuser means that BDS will not be able to take the round, and Empire equalize yet again. These two teams going back and forth.
Much more of an impact here on the second. Those impactful frags, they go a long way.
Reunited with that Jaeger roll, doing so effectively, and he manages to kill a Lems. Excuse me? Scyther goes down, and Joystick will try to get back in, but Rafal will keep his team in this one. Shaiko on the defuse in the middle of the site as Rafal tries to give him good coverage, and it looks to be successful. Shaiko gets the diffuser down, and immediately BDS turns tail and flees. They'll set themselves up in the post plant as Joystick has made his way back up top. Always falls, and despite Joystick's earlier efforts, BDS have taken control of the round. Once again, trying to deny Empire from winning rounds back-to-back. Half of the diffuser down, and Joystick will need to clutch. An ace is what is required to give his team the round. He sees one, takes it down. Diffuser far away, but Renshiro stops him, and BDS moved to match. Anybody over there yet? Haven't droned it out anytime soon. Another grenade goes in, looking for a bounce, but it gets eaten, and the Surya Gate is still up. A deployable shield as well as Shaiko shrugs off some damage. 24 seconds remaining, but Brede's in the sight. He's getting the diffuser down, and nobody seems to know it. They're all too tricked by Shaiko's play, and they will commandingly try to retake as Brede gets out of dodge successfully, and BDS's coverage is picture perfect. Everybody faltering. Scyther on the retake gets the first kill for Empire, traded out by a Lems, leaving Shepard and his Yokai-less Echo to try and do something. But it's a role reversal as he's boxed out of the sight. From the back, his position given away. Down goes a Lems through the boards, but no! Shaiko seals the deal. BDS take their map, and they're up 1-0.
BDS find themselves up one player, and there it is. Down goes Shaiko in the VIP hallway, and it's finished off by Dan. We go back to an even round count, or even man count.
Shepard still playing there, trying to smoke luggage and hold them at bay as Empire find themselves in this 3v3. 30 seconds left. Beautiful shot from Renshiro. It takes Joystick off of Cool Vibes. Shepard still holding over by the default plant spot. Another member of BDS will go down at the hands of Dan. Shepard patrolling luggage. For whatever reason, Brede is especially patient. They'll wait for Rafal to get in position. There goes another smoke. Toxic canister goes out. Rafal doesn't seem to know the positioning, and Shepard just jumps on up. Dan has the cross over to the doorway. He sees the shoulder of Brede taking some damage. Rafal tries to run on in, and there we go. Dan position, 3 kills for him, a 4th on the boards, but he doesn't need it. Don't get greedy, son. The clock is your ally. Empire takes the lead.
Don't have to worry about getting flanked.
Rafal does about 180 damage on that one, as always will walk away very wounded from that engagement. The opening to Mudroom as Joystick tries for the Pokeball kill, but he can't get as the impact goes off. A Toxic Canister will follow in that same direction, as Elem's on the stairs is unsuccessful in his endeavor to pick up a kill. Still playing off of Cool Vibes. Dan will quarterback that play as Shepard will fall off to look towards the door of Hookah. Renshiro with some play above could very easily shred through the limited HP that both Always and Shepard have, and he'll give himself away. Only 10 seconds remaining for BDS to get into the site. Always could be a playmaker. He's very far away. The shotgun takes matters into its own hands with Shepard, but the diffuser goes down, and BDS perfectly locks that one out as they equal it on in, as that's the real Shaiko this time. Will the real Shaiko please stand up? Grenade goes in, but there's nobody to receive it, as Empire are playing far enough back after their numbers have dwindled early on. Shepard walks in, Brede just punishes him for that, as always falls too, and it's a flawless round for BDS as they gain the lead. Cell goes off onto that mudroom wall, giving Alems a greater window into Sunrise, and Scyther will go for the run on a very long one, but Rafael turns, pivots, shuts him down. Joystick amidst the distraction gets one, still on the stairs. He can't outduel Shaiko, nobody can right now, and this is the bloodbath that we were talking about. This is the madhouse that we had mentioned, Michael, as Brede gets the plant down, and Shepard on a fraction of HP will have to contend against BDS. No real intel, and another huge round from Shaiko as BDS go up by 2. Difficulty.
But he gets it eventually, and now he knows he can peek that staircase without worrying too much about the challenge. Shepard, ooh, shotgun out. This is very dangerous from Shepard, but he's going to go for it. Second nade from Shaiko, and it's the shotgun to prevail. Elsewhere, though, Rafael will get a kill. C4 out from Scyther, and now Empire find themselves in a commanding position. It's just Rafael and Brid, and Rafael trying to do something by the main lobby. He'll light up always and get the kill on the Scyther. Will this be his third? Almost, as always, put down to about 20.
All on the shoulders of Rafael, who is looking to continue to add to his tally. He's got both kills for the team thus far. And they'll try to go through office, but they don't really have a ton of time. Up the smoke will come, always as well. Gunned down as Brede, diffuser surrendered, and Rafael knows that it's a hopeless endeavor. He'll pick up another kill, continuing to pad his stats and feeding them with all the bullets he has. A chuckle on his face as he knows how hopeless it was. This was a nitro cell. If they suspect that they need to regain control, then they can do some serious damage. He's still up there right now as Renshiro makes his position known, and Scyther will be the one to chase him down. Nitro Cell goes, and it'll be a distraction to try and turn the attention. Firing away, Shepard starts things off on the execute, but Alems a big two-piece. Scyther looks the right way, and he transfers beautifully, leaving Alems in a 1v2. Amidst the smoke, he trudges inwards, taking a lot of damage. He knows how desperate he needs to be. With that case in hand, he peeks around, but he turns his back to Shepard, who can't control the recoil, and down he goes! Alems a triple kill, and with 10 seconds left, Scyther cannot provoke a fight. Wait for the clock to run down. Still getting pings. He's trying to chase Alems off of this diffuser, and there he goes. Some damage done to Scyther, who needs to play keep away for a second or two. Alems the clutch, but no, it's not there. Just like on Cafe, the first half goes 3-3. Shaiko will continue to have that piece of utility that the rest of the team can take advantage of. And there he goes. Joystick, though, guns down one, trying to snowball, but no, nothing is starting at all. It's all dried up, and Scyther in the midst of the toxic canister will spray away, but Brede puts an exclamation mark on the round, and BDS goes up 4-3.
Watching the camera, he's going to hop off to make a hole for his teammate. So the call is back on as he hops on the camera. So that'll be a freebie. There it is. Ooh. Just a matter of time, and Shaiko adds to it. BDS now find themselves up 2.
Excuse me, another remarkable shot from Shaiko that Empire has no answer for whatsoever. And another one almost coming in from Shaiko as he chips away at the HP of the Hibana. Oh. Shepard takes a lot of damage in the process, but he wins the fight ultimately. Time not on the side of Empire. 10 seconds remaining. From above, though, they've kept this one close, and Empire could very easily tie this up. They just need 2 big kills, running out of time in the midst of the corner. The plant going down. Alems trying to sweep in. Always will need to stop it. There'll be a fight to the death, and he'll do that to keep it close. Tying the game up, Empire with a clincher. They're going to need a lot from him. He's on the run as the Jackal tracks will continue to give his position away. Still upstairs, still holding on. Renshiro manages to take out Shepard by the doorway. I don't know exactly what he was doing, but now Dan is next in line. Sees the Malusi banner, or the Malusi Banshee, takes it out, and will now attempt to plant. Alems falls. They'll need to cover this effectively. Brede runs up, gets spotted, but he's swatted away by Always. Renshiro in a 1v3. Will he allow and permit this diffuser to go down? It sure looks like it. Bullets and damage done to Renshiro as Empire are so desperate to regain the lead. They haven't had it since the first round. Diffuser dropped as it's not able to be planted in time, but Renshiro doesn't see the buck of BDS trail. They've still got Shaiko up, so the secret weapon very much in play. The Kaid in his position as Scyther goes for broke, but the cross is there and they don't seem to understand it. Rafal in the same position behind the shield. Shepard gets smoked, and BDS are locking this one out, but Dan is in the sight, and he's doing significant damage. BDS with an advantage still. Dan taken out through the wall, and it's all on Joystick. So clutch usually, but he doesn't have any support right now. Trudging into the sight in the midst of the smoke, hitting the barbed wire, and And BDS, after their timeout, they course correct and tie the game. Site take on the previous round. Match point awaits the victor here, and Alems will lose some of the coverage that he has by Mudroom. He doesn't get out of it alive as Scyther punishes him for that and can walk right firmly in. Joystick takes some damage, but Rafal falters, and a flawless round is very possible as it's Bride and Renshiro. Diffuser looking to go down, but Shepard stops off. A kill for BDS comes out. No, flawless in another as Empire moves to map point. Which means that the push for Empire is going to be even harder, and all that intel for Bride is there as well. He can track their movements, and he knows when they're going to translate from the top floor. It'll also give BDS an opportunity to fight back. They'll head on over, and they don't see that he's still there. Down goes Joystick, but no, Shepard has the trade. Rafel with one to keep it even, and there's chaos in the server with 15 seconds remaining. They'll need to breach into the site. That's the issue right now. Smoke to stop a default plant from going. Shepard gets it, always walks in, taking charge, always guns him down, and it's Rafel to try to clutch out. He needs to stop this one. Can he ascend? He'll try to take control from above, but no! They're going all the way. A third map is required. Empire takes it 7-5. Both of these teams, like we said, have tried to start some kind of legacy, and Dan gets the very first pick of this map. We talked about Valkyrie cameras outside, by the way, and Alems will be able to play off of one currently established on a tree. He sees the drone that goes in, and now a hop out, but he looks the wrong way, gets a nice shot, and he'll have to get back in the building safely. He almost botched that one, but always is down for the count.
Wow, what a save there. It has been successful, at least in this round.
Well, after she gave Rare, I believe it was Rare, who played the roaming smoke on Furia, she gave him the gears the other day. Down goes Shaiko as Dan wanders in, and now Shepard will get closer to that bomb site, diffuser in hand. Bride with the ACS-12 very far away. ACS and the SMG are basically what they have to work with. And Rafal's re-entry will be at the top of the spiral stairs. Scyther looks in one direction, explosions go off. Bride loses the fight. Shepard and Scyther combine for 2, and Empire takes the first.
There goes the shield, and yeah, that wasn't even a reaction. BDS seemed in a really bad position as we start to hit the last 30 seconds. They're going to have to force a pick here, or it's going to be trouble as the nade from Always comes in, and down goes Rafel.
Empire drops an anvil on the head of that defense, and now the diffuser being planted by Shepard. Alems will not be able to see for this unless, no, here it goes, and it gets shot in the air by Shepard, who falls off.
My God.
He reads him like a book. It's Alems now in a 1v4 from above trying to retake, but he's nowhere near fast enough. Dan guns him down, and Empire's up 2.
Throwing it down and opening up from above.
Here's the big problem, though. When the diffuser gets picked up, which it hasn't been just yet, there are no grenades to try and isolate the last players. So it might just be an opportunity to go for kills that Empire sees at their disposal. And from above, trying to distract, but Joystick baits Shaiko in. Now the last 2 members are downstairs, and they both got nitro cells. Empire needs to make a decision. Do you go for the plan or do you go for kills? They don't have that diffuser, so the option is the latter. You have to gun them down. Bride shut down. Rafel pushes in. He takes one, but with 1 second left, he just needs to survive, and he'll do a good job of that. BDS finally get on the board.
This has been the most exciting map so far, and we're only 4 rounds in. They're Pell in there on yellow. Empire have firm control of yellow, and they're going to be able to use that. Oh, what a shot! And another for Empire, as it's just Bride and Alems all of a sudden. But Alems, as you said, is very violent right now, belligerent even. And he's going to get a kill to try and bring this a little bit closer. Joystick also low, so there is not a guarantee here for the attack.
There's a bulletproof camera up, by the way, and then the Maestro cam will go too. So if you're the Thermite, you need to play somewhere else, unless they can do some work. Down goes Alems, so Bride will need to clutch, and he's got 1 shot, but always says, no thank you. The lead for Empire grows again. They're back up by 2. That Banshee. BDS right now in a tough spot. Final 40 seconds, and with a victory here, Empire put a stamp on this first half and indisputably win it, taking 4 rounds. But look at this, Rafel catches Always. On yellow stairs, they chase him off of the position from above, but he goes sight unseen. A nitro cell connects, and we've got an even round to go now. All of a sudden, BDS has made this competitive, but they lose their plot, and Alems from above will have to stop it. Shepard holds on to the diffuser, but Alems doesn't seem to have any information. Some pings inside of the site. All of Empire will corral themselves. Alems at some point having to drop. He's an even 4-4 for his team. Doesn't know if someone's up in bathroom. Doesn't know if someone's over by yellow. Diffuser going down. He won't be able to stop Shepard in time. The limited windows do not provide a good and accurate look as to where the diffuser is. He gets shot away at from yellow stairs. He doesn't know. He's completely oblivious, as is BDS. It's 4-1 for Empire, and they will at least take the first. One of the players from Empire as they immediately rotate out, but Rafel's been down, finished off by Always from above. The advantage is technically Empire's, even though now Joystick will continue to bleed. Is he recoverable? That is the question. He's made his way out, and he is back up and fighting fit. But Shaiko is still very much alive for BDS. He's under fire, but no, he's been taken out, and Joystick, who gets back from the dead, manages to claim that kill. The good news is that there's still a Nitro cell for BDS. Diffuser going down from Shepard. Do they have intel on this? As the Sledge of Always heads downstairs, he'll try to take out Brede, and he's in a position to try to do that. Brede very wary of this. He gets it down onto Shepard. Diffuser needs to be backed up. Joystick does it. A hammer kill, and Renshiro gets shut down. The first half goes to Empire 5-1. They've got control of Visa. Shepard takes a single shot, and Shaiko gets swatted away, always having a huge round. Now the lineup for Alems, as he managed to get it down, is secure onto Dan, playing by Long Desk. These teams at a 3v3. One on Repel, he drops, always a third kill. He looks for the gate reset, but it's not available just yet for him. Joystick's down below. He could come back on a flank. Does somebody from BDS watch? Yes, Alems does. He'll even things out, but no, he gets dropped again. So Brede's next in line, always with 4 kills. A big ace here would secure match point for his team. The newest member for Empire, looking to put a stamp on the major, and he's got 4 thus far, but Shepard gets it. He doesn't need the ace because Empire's got match point.
Exothermic charge, a very wide open garage there. And this is going to be a much easier take for BDS as a result. Joystick goes down, and that's huge. Rafael from above. It's just Shepard and Always. They have denial, though. They can still hold out, but there's so much time for BDS.
Tons of utility and a nice kill from Shaiko to take out Shepard. Always got a 4K last time. You're going to have to do that again. Lineups now for him over on Yellow Stairs. He takes the fight, but Shaiko comes online at the right time. And BDS will need to mount an impressive comeback. The comeback of all comebacks.
Expect another defender to push into them, potentially getting a pick. Alem sees the feet of an exposed defender downstairs, but uh-oh, it's Shepard on the push-up spiral. Are they going to be ready? It looks like yes, but Shaiko can't win that fight, and Shepard will just retreat now to Banana as he evens the man count. There's Alem's looking for his third, but he can't due to the railing. The C4 goes out, but it's a little too slow.
It'll open up a window for Alems to look down in the final 20 seconds, and now Shepard has lost access to that Nitro cell. A common default plant spot, and Shepard can't win the fight. Brede does. He drops on him. Always in a 1v3, and what can he do? Does he have a camera up? Yes, he does. Does it do enough damage? It does! 5 seconds left. Somebody from Empire needs to go in there, and more damage being done as well. But at some point, he'll need to get up. They lose the Maestro camera, and on Zero, Always will have to take the fight on his own. A long path back into the bomb site with the matchup on the line. He's had a couple huge rounds thus far, and he sees the Sledge. Cannot hit the head of Alems as they just play a do-si-do. Up top, control taken by Renshiro, and he'll have the line of sight looking downwards. Alems has scampered away. This is going to be tough for Alems as he doesn't know where any of them are. The diffuser at the halfway point. Great patience on his end. Waiting. Nobody knows where it is. Tense moments, and he's almost at the point of no return. He hops on it. Alems is called into action. Renshiro can't see it. Always falls off. He's only got 3 seconds to net this kill. Alems plays keep away. He gets the kill anyway, and BDS stays alive.
Risk with Shaiko. Alems is getting the marks, and he messes up the nade, and it doesn't land.
They can't collapse on Dan right now, playing by the table. Joystick picks off Alems. The Valkyrie camera's still above. That's the real deal. Shaiko walks in, annihilates Always, but then immediately gets out of there, only shrugging off about 60 points of damage. Joystick, low profile, but there's Shaiko. He's in. Right now, outdueled by Shepard. 2v2. All this action occurring in the first half of this round, setting us seconds away from the grand finals. They've won a major before. They're looking to do it again. They've got 2 targets to find. Brede breaches into the site. He's got the case in hand. He takes down Shepard, and it's Joystick, the most notable member from Empire. He needs to pick the right angle, left or right. He gets the case. That's it. And Joystick is stopped for Rafael at the last second. BDS have taken 3 rounds in a row.
Of course, but it's just not happening yet.
Nobody's covering Long Desk. They allow Alems to get towards the top of Spiral Stairs. He'll be on flank watch for the Valkyrie. Scyther will need to know this as he's still being marked. Down goes Always, and Alems will contest the duel. Sees the head. BDS are just crushing Empire on every single way, and now a breach into the site. Joystick stops Brede. Diffuser down. He and Shepard hunker down in the same area, and a case will go down to cover it as Joystick watches towards the vending machines. He'll scamper off. One of the clones goes by, and Alems will watch it. More flashes go in. Rafael's turn to get the case. he'll do so successfully. BDS have so many people watching, so many eyes on the case as it's going down, but Rafael stops. From below, Joystick is there, and Nitro Cell goes up. It'll stop it in its tracks. 5 seconds remain for Joystick to get back to the site. Shaiko will look to drop from below. Can they get it in time? Yes, Renshiro holds onto it.
Wait.
But who's watching? Who's watching him? Nobody's watching him! But Shaiko stops him! What in God's name is that? BDS takes the round. There's no other way to stop this bleeding for them.
I don't know, Parker. The way I'm looking at this right now, the lack of the Jaeger is causing so many problems. It's also going to allow for this wall to get opened up. Brede will open it in due course, and there you go. Panel 1, and look, it's a fast plant. Brede is in, and he's just going for the plant. Where's the denial? The coverage is there for BDS as the diffuser goes down. It's a 5 versus 1, and always will have to get an ace clutch and a post plant. He gets one, no flawless, but that's it. And the comeback might be happening here. We go to overtime.
Damage in the process. 30 seconds remain. And the assault will come onto console office, as you talked about. Always is downstairs. Will he be able to do something about Renshiro, who looks to retake from the top of Spiral? You've only got 25 seconds left.
You have to go.
Shepard, you have the case. Get in there. On the window, Repel, but he doesn't have clear access, as now Scyther goes down to a Lems from below. Rafael the Clash sees it, but what can he do? Provoking a fight, he wanders in, the gun out, Shepard stopped at the last second, they trade off, 10 seconds remain for Empire to get in and pick up the case. It's always to always, but he's gonna have to confront the Clash. They slow him down. BDS have Team Empire at their throats, and it's a killing blow. BDS on match point, series point. Waiting to retake. He has that long-range sight, remember? But what can he do with it? He's not worried about what comes next because he's going to have to take these stairs. Nitro Cell goes out, that's Shaiko down. A huge first kill for Empire, but they've got more work to be done over the next 20 seconds. Renshiro fishing for his 3rd kill, but the hook comes back empty as the rest of BDS need to push in. Case surrendered as Brede goes down, but Alem swats them away, and all of a sudden BDS has an advantage. It's gone. Joystick doing his best to ensure it's not there anymore. Alem's trudging in, diffuser in hand. Here's your target prioritization. Where you go? Shepard says no thank you. 2 seconds remaining, and you know Rafael's not gonna do it. Of course we need 15 rounds to settle this between these two. Nobody sees Joystick. He can do some significant damage. He's waiting patiently for a flank on out. Brede is far away inside a server as Scyther will duel. He sees the Clash, but it's just a distraction. Shepard getting the diffuser down. Can anybody stop this in time? A Nitro Cell will need to be trotted out, but it looks like Shepard will be successful. Scyther taken out by Renshiro, and now it's a post plant. The smoke will work, but Joystick is there. Always gets out, and he'll have to reposition. The last 3 players from BDS, it's desperation time. They'll look to smoke upstairs. Some ticks of damage? No, none whatsoever, as another breach charge goes down, as Dan has that control from above. The shield goes away, so Rafael is vulnerable, as always plays this crude angle. Through the smoke, he sees damage to 1, but the shield comes out. Empire only have 2 more to go. Rafael takes matters into his own hands. Dan is down, and now it's Joystick to try to clutch. He's on top of the diffuser. It's him versus Brede, and they've completely switched roles.
The time!
Brede is upstairs. He has to get to the diffuser in the next 2 seconds, but that's it. It's over. No hope for Brede. The French go home, and Empire will be in the grand finals tomorrow.
Oh my God! What a final round to cap off the series. 20 kills for Joystick, Parker. 20!